Yeah, she made shepherd's pie.
Yeah, she used breast milk to make those.
What the? No fuck. What?
Yeah.
Got him.
She literally wrote, "Got ya."
The Dad Collective, that's the show. With two young dads to let you know the ups and downs, the highs and lows. The Dad Collective podcast, here we go. Here we go.
And we are back.
That was the most calm.
Because I have a tummy ache.
I know you do. You've been.
I'm a little off, and we're filming this podcast a little bit later than usual.
And we both had
crazy days.
family road trips.
Before we jump into it, I'm Daniel.
I'm Paul.
And this is another episode of the
Dad Collective podcast. So I plan to have a 10K balloon here.
Yeah.
Because we hit 10,000 subscribers on the YouTubes. Thanks so much, guys, for
amazing.
hitting that subscribe button.
So
and while you're at it, hit that like right now and that bell so you know when we upload, because our schedule is all over the place. So you should hit that bell so you know when we upload.
It's true. We're a little inconsistent, but I think that's to be expected on a dad podcast because dads are busy guys.
Yeah, but
We're busy people.
maybe we're just hired actors that are dads and you're ruining the whole
It's
mystique
true.
about everything.
We're from the deep state.
the deep state.
Is that
of-
political? Shit.
like
we gotta edit this
Arkansas?
episode. Yeah. We didn't get a 10,000 10K balloon, but what we did get is a new little toy.
You did.
I brought it for you.
The
So
dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs was a great show.
I don't even remember it. I honestly feel like all of the shows that we watched were like maybe max 3 seasons.
Do you know how dinosaurs ended? It's a very
It's
dark
the
show.
It's the Big Bang.
Not the Big Bang. That was how the universe was created. It's the fucking
Did they all
Armageddon.
die?
Yeah, they're all preparing for death.
That's so sad.
And then the series ends.
I do
and
remember-
they all die.
I do remember it ending. It's crazy because like,
I think it
Do
was
you-
short seasons too.
do you remember the jump from like having just like regular cable box to having like the whole menu? When we used to get like the TV guides.
Yeah, or you'd have to go to like channel like a certain channel to
It
see the
showed it.
scrolling menu.
But I also think that wasn't always forever.
It wasn't.
Yeah. And I also remember
This is before digital cable. We
With-
had regular cable.
with hockey when they tried to make like the slap shots like glow red.
or the puck.
Yeah,
glow.
it was the puck.
People pushed back.
Yeah, it was freaking.
I don't
that
know
was
why.
technology, man.
Dude.
It's technology is pretty
It's the
freaking
front runner
crazy.
of everything.
So
But
I'm gonna start. How was your week?
my week, I have some funny stories which we'll jump
I've
into.
got
But I'm thinking like
tons.
this episode is exactly that. It's like the midsummer
Catch
dad
up.
mania catch up. You know
Season 3 catch up.
Yeah, we
Who
gotta
likes
catch
that
up.
new fucking theme song montage? It was impressive.
what I mean? Fun, right?
Did AI make that?
Partly.
Partly.
Me and AI collaborated.
You are AI.
We co-wrote that song.
DC/AI. You like wrote it all over your notebooks.
Totally.
Drew a heart around
And
it.
then we're gonna get sued by like Ed Sheeran or someone just because like that's how the music
Listen,
industry
man,
works.
I am totally cool with a scandal. I am.
They
Whatever's
say
going to
that
get us
any
up there.
news is good news.
Any news is good news, except for fake news.
Fake news, yes.
Fake
And we
news.
don't do that on here, so
We
please
don't.
don't block us. My week was pretty okay.
Pretty
Some
okay.
Funny
That's- so
stories.
it wasn't too busy that you couldn't get the episode up on time. No.
It was busy, but
was busy.
like work busy.
My week was so crazy. And then
Oh,
he goes
yeah.
dark and MIA and he'll just call me like and hang up right away to show that I have a missed call. And he looks like he's trying to get in touch
No,
with me.
that was a pocket dial.
Oh, sweet.
And then by the time you called me back, I was already sleeping.
I went to go see Deadpool.
How was that?
I don't want to give away any spoilers.
Spoiler free.
It was, I want to say, in my top, it might be my favorite Marvel movie of all
Really?
time. I was
And it's fully in the Marvel universe at this point.
fully,
Yeah.
but he like breaks the fourth wall, like all,
Of course.
because it's Deadpool. But like the cameos, like Ryan Reynolds wrote a lot of it.
Really?
He wrote it with three other writers. It was so
Like how I wrote the intro with AI. It's like
yeah, who fucking knows,
Yeah.
to be honest. No, I feel like he does it all. Like Ryan Reynolds is.
pretty well-rounded.
I want to say he should run for prime minister. I would.
Canada?
I would vote for him. I would.
I
would-
don't think he would move back here just to do that. Like he's got such a good life.
Did you watch that David Letterman?
Yes.
My Next Guest with Ryan when they make the pizzas together.
I didn't see that part. Yes, I saw that. But did you see the video message from Nickelback
Yes.
too.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Did you watch the Nickelback documentary?
No, but I heard it's great.
So listen, I've always been a big fan of Nickelback.
Yeah, me too.
I am
It's a band you love to hate, but you really love.
I never hated.
No.
But like Leader of Men when it first came out was they are such good songwriters. Like I don't understand.
Remember when they first came out, how much they talked about them at Canadian Music Week of like every single like keynote and lecture when we went
were
there.
probably there, weren't we?
We were, that's what I'm saying. We were there with T Dot.
Oh God.
And we went to like all these like keynote lectures and everyone was talking about like Nickelback.
Speaking of T-Dot, did you watch the Dirty Pop doc?
No.
So I crushed that on the train home from Montreal, which I'll get into.
Yeah.
It's like before Four makes an appearance, obviously.
Really?
Well, not like an interview, but like it's crazy how much of a Ponzi scheme that guy ran. Like he fucked over people with millions. He didn't even
And you're talking about Lou Pearlman?
Lou Pearlman said he had like a jet company where he leased out private jets.
Yeah.
Never did that
But
even
they
once.
talked about that in Lance's documentary. So how is it different?
It's similar to that, but like it goes dark. Like one of Lou's guys like killed himself because his mom got involved in the Ponzi scheme.
And she lost everything. Remember the band Natural, who we were like trying to... Yeah, of course.
The dude from Natural was like best friends with Lou and had like side businesses with him. And I didn't realize that they were like such a big deal to him. They were in New York on September 11th, like doing a photo shoot, and Lou got a private jet and got them out of there.
Really?
With like Air Force One, like guarding the planes, flying to Orlando.
He had a lot of power.
But that's the
he
thing.
was big. He was like Harvey Weinstein-esque, like in the music world.
In many ways.
Yeah.
But he did it off of nothing.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, what was that movie? Pootie Tang?
Yeah.
The song with that just wasn't.
Yeah.
That was Lou Pearlman's career.
It's crazy.
Absolutely fucking crazy.
So you were busy watching boy band documentaries.
I did a lot of traveling. So
anything. Yeah. So what did I do this week? I didn't do. So I was just working a lot.
But you go away next week.
I go away next week, which I'll jump into in a moment.
Yeah.
But before I tell you about like my little fun independent individual stories of some kid stuff, you have been traveling a lot with and without
Asher. Yeah.
Asher. So
let's talk about South Carolina.
Yeah.
So it was our first
because we've been hyping that up.
So we get to the airport and our flight. So our flight initially was supposed to. I kind of planned it. What you really can't with Charleston because it's one direct flight. So it's at
option.
You're supposed to get there like you fly out at 7, I think, or 6. Our flight gets delayed 3 hours.
Air Canada.
Luckily, of course. Luckily, we have lounge access, so we got to hang out in like the family lounge just to ourselves.
Yeah,
which was perfect. I ended up doing a deal while I was waiting.
All right.
So we get on the plane at the plane probably at 10 p.m.
Let me ask you a question. Does Asher have his own seat or
no,
you don't get his own seat?
No, so we flew business, but he was on Jess's.
Yeah, you don't do it that
lap.
early.
No, you don't. And
did you forget anything? We're like, oh, I wish we had this.
No.
Like you felt fully prepared because this is your first flying trip with him.
We definitely overpacked.
Yeah,
we overpacked, but my baggage.
But it was mostly your clothes that you overpacked.
But
like you brought too much stuff.
Me.
Yeah,
I've never not had a bag be overweight.
Yeah,
my bag was like well below. On the way there, on the way back, because we did a lot of shopping.
Because baby clothes weigh less.
Yeah, and we got like food and stuff from like Target and everything. I rented a car. We'll get into that. But so 10 o'clock, we get on the plane.
And he's been good this whole time?
Perfect.
Like,
he took like a little bit of a nap on the plane. He was just his flirty self, smiling at everyone. Like he gets a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And
as babies do, especially when they're good on an airplane, then it's like, they're cute to have around.
It's the good looking comments.
Yeah,
and people touching him, which is like, I don't
touch him.
Like
post-COVID, there's people touching him.
Like some like old lady like grabs his foot, and I was like, please don't touch
What's
me.
with everyone on your kid's feet?
I know, it's weird.
Maybe he's got. Maybe he should be on Foot Finder.
Maybe he should be.
Maybe he should get the new socks.
There's like a foot Wikipedia apparently, and they like rate celebrities' feet. So I'll throw Asher up there, see how he does.
Yeah, put him up.
But he was perfect on the plane. Didn't cry once. Not once.
And do you keep him busy? Do you have toys for him? Do you have activities?
Well, just like breastfed him on the way up, and then we were just
that's
like,
a fun toy.
Yeah, they're great toys, man. They're nice. Who doesn't love a good booby? But yeah, no, he was perfect. And we get the Uber. We have like the car seat and the stroller. We got a travel stroller, which is like, we're so used to our stroller and so easy to assemble. And like Avengers assemble. Give this where my brain's at right now. It's scrambled. So we get to the hotel at like 1 a.m. And I call ahead of time. So I found a company that brought like a play area, and they brought a like a high chair for him.
Yeah.
They like
They
deliver
have like baby rental stuff.
Yeah, so they dropped that off, and the hotel's like, no, we have a crib. Don't worry about it. So we didn't get a crib. We get there. It's like a busted pack and play.
Yeah.
And like
that's
like
what they call cribs in the States, by the way.
So now I fucking know.
Yeah, it's like pack and plays.
And
they're gross as fuck.
Yeah. So it's like a board and just like a freaking little. We brought our
own sheets.
Own sheets, but it's smaller than what we were used to.
Yes, because pack and plays have their own sheet
and
sizes.
It was way past his bedtime, so like we didn't give him a bath or anything, and he went right to bed and slept till like 8, which was great.
Okay, so you reset him, and there's no time difference, right?
0 time difference with South Carolina, which was really nice. Then like it was great. We went to the aquarium, we walked around and everything. The first night we went out to a restaurant at the hotel, and it was great. Like I posted a photo of like him and Jess, and the food was amazing. Charleston's one of my favorite cities in the States. And then the next 2 nights, just because like coordinating bedtimes and stuff, we're just like, fuck it, we just get Uber Eats. I ordered like from a barbecue place, spent like $200
stayed
barbecue
like in the room.
Yeah, because it's like it was
by the
kind
time
of like
you go out, you schlep them out, you pack them up, you walk them, you this, you that, you sit down.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of shit.
And plus, we wanted to keep his like he would get tired, and he starts like scratching his head when he gets tired and does his Asher tire stuff. But we like it was the hotel.
And how many days were you there for?
We went from fucking Thursday to Monday.
And did you get to do anything that you wanted to do?
Well, so we rented a car, and then because we didn't rent a car because it's a very walkable city.
Sorry, so you rented? Oh, you rented a car like one day.
One day on the Saturday, I did like a Turo and went to like over the bridge where there's like a lot of shopping. We went to like Target, Trader Joe's, that kind of stuff. Took back the car early. The guy was super awesome, and it was just chilled, like walking around and. Just
and him like
stuff.
sleeping in a new space, like that didn't like mess with them. Like it was
dude,
pretty.
He was perfect. Like
so it didn't
absolutely.
Scar you.
No, it was. He was actually perfect. And then flight home. I noticed that morning flights don't get delayed.
Really?
Yeah, they don't because like there's never. It's when flights usually get delayed, it's because the flight before fucks stuff up.
Yeah.
So if there's no
it's
flight,
a domino effect. Of shitty flights.
Exactly right. So, and that's when we were like kind of rushing. So
I was gonna say, did your morning flight? Like, I feel like you guys were like late for that or rushing to get.
We were rushing because it was at I think like 10 a.m. and it's a 2 because we got back at noon. So yeah,
but that's so much better though because like when you have a baby or even a kid that's not a baby anymore.
Yeah,
leaving like in the morning to come home is always better because then you can get back to your comfort zone.
Dude, I went
midday.
right to my office.
Even so, even if that wasn't the case, it's just the fact that like you're getting home, it's not dark, you can settle in, like, or the baby can settle in with you or Jess or whoever. But it's just so much easier just to get the fuck out of there because sometimes the day that you're leaving at like 5 p.m., you're just like waiting around to go home. Yeah. And you're like, I just want to get on a plane and get home and be settled before it gets crazy.
So then, I go to my office. Asher was perfect again, went to bed normal time. Yeah. And I pack another bag because I go to Montreal the next day for work because of this development that, well, maybe it will come up. And I landed it, which is insane. Yeah. Like this massive development to the Dominican.
Does that mean you need to go to the Dominican?
Yeah. I'll head out there to go check out, meet the developers and all that kind of stuff. But so I flew there and I was like, I've never taken a train home from Montreal. Like everyone talks about it, so I booked
to Montreal.
Just I've never actually been on a train in Canada.
Really?
Only in Europe. Yeah. Okay. And so I took the train home, got like business cabin or whatever it was. So I could
Why'd you fly one and train the other?
It's just the cost of flying both ways. I couldn't wrap my head around. An hour flight costing like $1,000. So I had Porter points. So my flight there cost me $45. Yeah. And then the train home was like $200.
Yeah. But the train was nice though, no?
So I was like into it for like 2 hours, and then I was like, oh, I should have just fucking flown. Like I'm sitting here for 5 hours. Like,
but are you watching your iPad? You're watching movies?
I left my iPad in my fucking briefcase, so I had my laptop. Okay, but like I don't like watching stuff on my laptop.
But you have something.
Yeah, and I had my Switch,
and there's internet
phone.
On there.
Yeah, you have internet, but it wasn't good, so I had to hotspot to my phone because they block Netflix. So you can't stream. So I was like, I'm gonna get it.
Fucking first world problems. It's like, they block Netflix.
I tried using my VPN, it didn't work. And then, so I just I hotspotted the whole time and watched the boy band documentary. And it was great. And then played Switch a bit, which I never really get to do.
Was one trip, did Did you feel the difference of like solo flying by yourself and doing things on your own versus like the
it's
day
way
before?
faster. Like it's way faster.
Yeah, and you're also not thinking about all the different things. Like,
No.
oh, did we forget this? Do you need to grab it? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like almost like an extra little vacation because it's like you're only thinking about yourself.
So yes and no, because I don't sleep well if I'm not with Jess and
Right
the
now.
babies. Yeah, like I like had a shitty freaking sleep.
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Did the hotel room have carpet?
It did. I know.
Well, you really are changing.
No, and yeah,
Did both hotels room have carpet?
No, not the one in Charleston. That was like
Was
a
that one
freaking
nice?
sick.
Because I was
You were
like,
gonna-
I was gonna book this,
So it was sick.
except for the whole crib incident.
No, our AC went on Saturday night.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and it's hot in Charleston,
Especially in the summer.
and it's like I want to say 15-foot ceilings. It's like a cathedral freaking loft looking room, and
Yeah,
I'll show
yeah.
you photos. It was sick. So Asher was sleeping, and the access to the AC unit was in his room. And they're like, oh, like, well, I don't know what we can do. And so they brought us like industrial fans. It was still like
But they would have come in the room and fixed
fixed.
it.
Yeah, no.
I would have risked it.
So, well, you would have, but
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna knock some fucking money off of this.
That too, but like you even get it fixed and knock money off because like Jamie would be freaking out, like it's gonna get too hot, the baby can't sleep in this temperature.
Yeah, so that's why
And
we
the
had, like,
fans would have been
industrial
loud.
fans.
But they would have been loud though, no?
Well, he's used to sleeping with white noise on.
Yeah, but fans aren't cold air; they're just
And-
wind.
But yeah, so whatever. We made it through the night. They
Yeah.
ended up knocking off like $650 USD,
Oh, that's amazing.
which is like $14 million Canadian.
yeah, it's like that's like
I'm basically
12
like
homes
a
in Toronto.
I'm a Bitcoin millionaire now.
Just
And
don't buy pizzas with
buy,
that.
buy my Dogecoin NFT,
Buy my meme coin.
my meme coin.
The DC, the Dad Collective
Yeah.
podcast, DCP coin. We're dropping it soon.
So
stay tuned.
So we've talked about how I like partake in edibles and stuff.
I do.
Yeah. So in Charleston, marijuana is not legal. So they have something called Delta 8. And
Okay.
I tried Delta 8.
What is Delta 8?
It's like a
It's like a workaround
strain
from
of
THC?
like hemp,
Yeah.
kind of.
Like
I
how
don't
we used
know.
to buy like hemp wallets back at like the promenade.
Yeah, freaking Guatemala Waldos.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was like my brother's whole wardrobe.
Yeah, with the fucking chain. Those are the
hats
best.
And the big
They were the best.
Anyways, so and I tried it in Charlotte because I was in Charlotte like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I wanted Jess to try it. And like I took a gummy. Dude, I was
I
like,
saw. You want to know how I saw? Jess sent me a picture.
oh, did she?
Yep.
Are you gonna pull it up?
I'll pull it up right now.
Oh, no.
And I'll put it up here.
Can I actually see it? Though?
Yeah, you can see it. And on that topic, I have a few other things to share with you.
What are you talking about?
You know, you'll see. But let me
Wait,
just.
she actually sent you a photo?
She sent me a photo.
Dude, I was gone.
She said that you were fucked. Fucked.
So was she though. Oh my god.
So we're gonna show this
That's
right
hilarious.
now. This is all on what is it called?
Delta
DH8.
Delta 8 or something. It sounds like a Netflix show of superheroes.
It sounds fuck. Yeah, Jess kept me in the loop a little bit for the Dad Collective because she
really?
wanted to give me some good stories to talk about.
Oh god, what did
She
she
gave
tell
me
you?
a good one.
she
It's not so
tell you?
much a story and more of a surprise. It's more of a gotcha,
I
motherfucker.
swear to God, if she's fucking pregnant, I'm
No.
flipping.
No,
Did
no,
I
no.
say I would give you a year's salary?
Yes, no, it's not that thing. But I think that if you remember back to like, I think it might have been like our first episode of second episode, like super early on, we had a conversation about whether or not. Actually, no, I know what it was. I think it was when we had Schreiber and the other
Say his
person
name
on,
again.
and Jeremy on, and we talked about trying our wives' breast milk before you had your baby.
Okay.
Have you had a chance to do that yet? Like,
No.
have you still like no?
No.
You're not doing that?
Absolutely not. She
Yeah.
squirts me with it every now and then. I get hit with collateral fucking damage.
Yeah. Well, she did do it to you, and you have eaten it.
What are you fucking talking about?
There was not so long ago. I don't know the exact date, but she gave me the whole lowdown. She made you mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
You had mashed potatoes. This is the story. You ate mashed potatoes. I don't know if it was a whole bunch of them or a bite.
shepherd's pie?
Something with something with mashed potatoes in there.
Yeah, she made shepherd's pie.
Yeah, she used breast milk to make those.
What the no fuck. What?
Yeah.
Got him.
She literally wrote, "Got ya." End quotes. So you had breast milk.
I think I messed up my stomach.
Yeah, you can't go back now
Oh my
and get
god,
angry.
I'm going vegan.
You got through it.
I am going vegan.
So
from
welcome
now.
to the club. You've
Oh,
tried it.
That's so fucked.
In some countries, she can be arrested for that.
That's like
That's a violation
that's
of
bodily
many things.
bodily fluids.
Yeah.
That's like in Oz when the guy was like grinding up glass in the dude's food and he just started bleeding out of everywhere.
That's what she did to you.
I want to go
but as a
vomit.
mom.
I'm going on a hunger strike. That's
But
so,
this won't start a fight though. This is just haha funny. Like
I'm
prank
drafting
wars.
up divorce papers.
No, prank her back, man.
What am I gonna do? Poop in her cereal? Say it's like a new brownie cereal? Like what do you do?
We'll just say you got it from Target. They got crazy cereals there.
It's Mr. Hankey's
So that was funny when she said it to me. I'm like,
you
did you
die?
tell him yet? And she's like, no, I want you to tell him on the podcast.
Listen, at least
So
she's committed.
playing-
she's
playing the
committed.
game.
She's committed to the pod. That's fucked. That is fucked up.
So yeah, I saw the picture of you on fucking like Delta
I
Harry
think
8.
I need like
Like
I
a
need
mission.
I need a moment.
And then she shared that with me. So I think we're gonna have a new section section
God.
of this podcast called Gaia, where Jess is just gonna share either funny photos
No, I
or
don't want to.
stories. It's already been
I'm gonna be living on what? There's more.
no, that's it.
Oh,
but that's for now. But Pandora's box has been opened, and now
man.
if the audience likes it, man, this is like the new Jackass.
I feel so
Used.
deceived.
Yeah, you
My
were
whole
used.
life is a lie. Jesus,
Jess
I'm
isn't even
never
there.
eating or cooking again.
No, just no
Never.
mash. Nothing that could have dairy in it.
It doesn't even. Oh my goodness.
Brownies.
Ooh,
Everything's ruined.
ooh. She
Throw
makes
up.
cookies all the time.
Listen, she had extra. It's called being, a very, scrutinized shopper. Like she's just making sure she's using all the leftovers.
Fuck. All right,
So my
let's-
week was good. So
yeah.
anyways, Montreal was good.
Yeah, Montreal fucking.
Oh,
Yeah, let's just
thrown
go.
off.
Let's just go to you, man. Let's just like, what's
so I'm
what's-
midsummer,
Yes.
breast milk free.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
My kids are full, camp mode, day camp. They're at camp and stuff. And
Yeah.
like, I got a call. First of all, like Sunny's so funny. She's so weird and
Yes.
different and quirky. She told me the other day that she's finally getting used to like the wind.
Yes.
She goes,
Listen, she's a fellow wind hater.
Yeah,
Did you let her know I don't like wind also?
I told her she didn't find comfort in that, but
Okay.
she did. I'm finally getting used to the wind. But we have a new nemesis in the nature.
What is it?
So I got a call from her section head the other day, a couple days ago.
Okay.
And they're like, just want to let you know that Sunny will not be in the cabin photos this month. And I'm like,
What?
go on. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're interrupting the middle of my workday to tell me the story. It better be good. And she's like,
Do you
yeah.
know this person though? Or is
I
it like
don't
a-
know this person well.
Okay, because you went to this camp.
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. Just like, having said that, I also don't know like anyone at the camp well. I never really made a lot of connections there.
Don't make a lot of friends.
I didn't
Nobody
make-
likes Daniel.
Yeah, everyone's asking who's Daniel, but
But
no,
how's
how's
Daniel?
Daniel.
Joke that keeps on giving.
It's so good. So I know her a bit. I know her, camp know her. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why wasn't she in the whatever? In the photo, in the cabin photo with all the kids. And she's like, well, she said like the sun was in her eyes and she wouldn't open her eyes. And when we were trying to tell her to open her eyes, she got upset and she started crying. And now she's in Robin Aid, which is like their nurse thing.
Robin Aid.
Just like upset about it and blah, blah, blah. So we just wanted to let you know.
So
I'm
she
like,
hates the sun.
she's like, but you know what?
That's
the
her
wind,
name.
The wind, I know.
You gave her a complex.
Right? But the wind, I don't understand as much.
Yeah.
The sun, I get, because what I said to her, and I was very fucking blunt with this section head. I said, listen, I get it, and that's okay. I don't care. But I saw session 1's cabin photos.
They were horrible.
And all the kids are like squinting in it because they're taking these photos in the direct sunlight. I'm like, I've been to this camp. I think it would make sense that you find a fucking shady spot for cabin
Yes.
photos, or you go into the aerodome, or you go into it, whatever. There's no, or flip the camera around
Yeah.
and right? They're all facing the sun. They're all squinty as fuck.
Yeah.
And like, she's just sensitive to it and didn't like it. So fix yourself. I'm like, tell the media team to think about this and the sensitivity of this going forward, because like, why should she be left out of this cabin photo that she wanted to do, that she got dressed up for, like, and not dressed up like a fucking like dress, but like she got dressed up. She was aware of cabin photo day,
Yeah.
and she didn't get to participate because she couldn't open her eyes well enough for the photographer.
This kind of feels like this
Give her
is,
sunglasses.
This is her super villain origin story. She's going to take out the sun.
She just doesn't.
And
She's like
with
the
her
opposite
freaking
of
accent.
Captain Planet. Like she hates the
she's-
wind.
yes.
She hates the sun.
Yeah.
She's gonna like block it off.
She's gonna create a freaking machine
Yeah.
to destroy nature. because she has the accent. She already speaks
she's already like a Russian terrorist.
She speaks like a freaking supervillain.
She's
If she starts getting into like
I will take out the sun and all of you. She's like Mr. Burns, like Russian Mr. Burns.
She's gonna take robotics classes and
but yet she's like my sweetest kid. She's like the most like one I can depend on. She's like shares the
hardest
most.
worker.
She's just everything. Like she cleans up her room. She puts her garbage into the garbage. Like she's just like very sweet and caring. And like she'll come home like from a birthday party, for example. She had a birthday party. She came home. She had a little loot bag. It had like one candy.
Was it her birthday party that I wasn't invited to?
It wasn't that party. Oh my God! By the way, great party. And I'll tell you like this is
I can't wait.
No, I'll tell you, you can't be invited. That's what made it so great. But she came home from another birthday party and she had like one candy in there and she like walked in and she knows Atlas like is little and he wants everything, right? Everything that everyone else has doesn't matter what he wants it.
Yeah.
And he walks in, she's holding it and Atlas like, I want that. And she's like, okay. She gives it to him. Where Joey, who also was a great kid,
she hoards it.
She wouldn't. She would she's so smart. She would come in, she would tuck it like in her sock.
Oh God.
And like because she knows what's gonna happen before it happens. So Sunny's just really
so she would do well in prison.
Joey would. Yeah.
Atlas, maybe not so well.
Atlas might like prison.
Yes, and then Sunny would figure out how to run it.
And Sunny would be like the kind like lunch lady, like serving everyone.
You know what happens to them? They get shanked.
It is what it is, man.
That's how she becomes a supervillain. This is a good movie.
She has a scar and she puts like a sun scar over around her eye. She'll be good. But in the camp world, so we did that. So I got those calls about Sunny.
It's fun.
But we also
did your heart skip a beat though when you saw the camp calling you?
You want to know why it didn't?
Yeah.
So I'm used to it now. So like when my kids' schools call me, like at first, like your heart drops. You're like, oh, yeah, right. When the school, I got phone calls from
Joey hit her head again
every single day. Yeah, Joey hits her head, or Joey had a weird habit of calling home like every day for the last 4 months of school, asking for me to like bring something or if she can come home.
I forgot my paper.
Yeah, she's like, I dropped my bagel on the floor. Can I have another bagel? Like, no, Joey. I'm not around to help you unless you're bleeding or dying or something. Like, I'm not here to help. But we also took a trip up to Camp Walden to visit my niece and nephew with my sister. We didn't go with my sister, but we chose for Visitors Day because my niece is is in love and obsessed with like Atlas, like to a very strong amount, to the point that when she saw him for the first time when we went up there,
she threw up.
She bawled. She's like 12 years old, crying of happiness.
This is Dory's kid?
Dory's daughter, yeah. And
what's her name?
Her name's Avery.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, she was the first kid in like all the families, so she's like the oldest and like the first.
I was gonna think of some kind of like her name's Thesaurus or something. I don't know.
Close.
Yeah,
it's Avery, and
Avery is actually a line of school books.
It's a lot of things, but yes, Avery.
It is. It's a brand of school books.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same shit.
Sure.
So she's Atlas.
Oh, I get it. Now I see the connection.
Come on, man.
And maybe that's why they're connected. And then Hayden is my nephew.
Okay.
So we go up there, and my kids, because we brought all 3 kids, they loved it. Like,
are they going to go to overnight camp?
So that's the thing. It's like, okay, so Sunny's still too young. Atlas obviously too young. But
Joey
got a fucking taste.
She got a taste of it?
Jumping in the lake, like just everything. She did everything. Because you can do everything there when you're there for Visitors Day. Looked at the cabins, everything. She loved it. She has it set in her mind. She's going there next summer.
Norbert.
So the conversation's like, okay, we can do this. You can try it. Which is so fucking expensive. Like, that's a whole. I know.
Is exactly it $8,000? Because we talked about this last time.
So for 1 month.
1 month.
Which is what she would try. Yeah. So for 4 weeks, it's $9,000.
Holy, so $18,000 for the whole summer?
No, so for the whole summer, it's about $15,000.
Okay, but that includes all the meals. You still do spend a lot.
I don't spend $15,000 on my kids in the summer for food.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, it doesn't cost me $15,000. Like,
I think Asher had steak for dinner tonight.
But even so, like, you can feed your kids a lot of high-end food. Yeah. It's going to take a while to hit $15,000. Yeah. But money aside, she wants to go for a month. She's like, in her mind, she wants to go. She likes it. And so,
Could you tell her to pay for it? Because she can afford it.
No, I'm not going to tell her to pay for it. We're good. We're fine. But what are we going to do about the acting?
Yeah. Well, she could be in a camp play.
Well, she just can't. So my whole thought is, and hopefully her agency doesn't watch this, but my thought is that like we can probably get away with just sending her and not telling. And if she gets a giant audition that's like worth, like
you'll
something
fly,
that's,
you'll drive up there.
Yeah, we'll go up there. Like it's for something important, right? Big, right? Whether it's a movie, maybe a show.
Yeah, not
if she gets a commercial, because the summers for some reason they actually slow down in regards to auditions.
It does,
but pick up for filming. So if she lands something, we have to be able to pull her out. But but she's not doing a ton of auditions in the summer. So if she gets 1 or 2 or 3. If they're commercials, we can just say she's not interested. Because you're allowed to, or we can say that she's not feeling well, or we can chase anything. Like I think we can.
I think you should be honest.
Call in sick.
I
don't think so.
Because you think he would actually cut her?
I think we'll be honest when it's time to be honest.
Listen,
I think the fear from him is not so much like her being away for 1 month at this age. It's more like she falls in love with camp and she wants to be there. To camp. Yeah, so he gets it right. Yeah. They go to camp once, and then it becomes like a cult. They're there every summer, 2 months, year after year after year after year, right? And so he's like, I'm not putting time into someone that's never going to be around.
Listen, I get it. Yeah.
So let's try. This is first year. It's 1 month. It's. I can get around the auditions. I can go up there if I need to. I think we're going to give it a shot.
How far
it's
away
pretty
is
far.
Walden?
Walden's pretty far. It's about 3 hours.
Oh yeah, because like Wahanamoon was close.
Yeah, Wahanamoon's like an hour and like 15 minutes.
Is
away.
that the sister camp to Robin Hood?
It's the feeder camp.
Okay.
Because Robin Hood, the owners of Robin Hood, also own a part of Walden.
Okay.
So they're partners in Walden as well.
That's great. Well, like, dude, like, when do you have to pay the first?
When?
Yeah.
Like end of August this year.
Deposit or full amount?
Deposit.
So you pay installments,
but that's even
right?
if she can get a spot. I think there's installments, but like
you'll be able to get a spot.
Dude,
it's you. You will
I know,
get her.
but it's funny. Since COVID, post-COVID, most camps are at capacity, and what happens is that everybody, because everyone wants their kids out of their fucking house.
Yeah, I bet.
Everybody who's been there, if you're in, you're automatically secured a spot the following year.
For sure, yeah.
So if no one leaves in her age group,
so we take one out.
We have to take one out.
We have to take one out.
We have to pick a child
and take him out
and murder
for like
them.
a nice time
for a good cause.
Yeah.
Like share the love.
Listen, I have a lot of memories from camp.
Exactly. Atlas says to me all the time, sharing is caring, and that's what that child would be doing by giving up their lives.
How far would you go for your daughter?
How far would you? What was it? How far would you go for a Klondike bar? Same thing.
They hurt my tummy.
Yeah, I can't eat milk anymore.
Or do any of her friends go to sleepover camp?
So I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think. I mean, her peripheral friends do, but
you always have two different sets of friends though when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I just like ran into Jory Omar yesterday.
Yeah,
who is like a camp friend, but then we also then school.
Yeah, we did overlap,
high school and everything. But you have like a different set.
And that's important. So, but having said that, none of our friends in our friend group did camp, sleepover camp.
How ironic
as campers
would it be if she fell in love with the camp director's son? That'd be ironic.
The camp director's son. I don't know.
That sounds like a great movie.
The camp director's son.
Yeah, unless it was like World War II.
Is it a horror movie or is it like a rom-com?
That one, you just missed that.
I missed it. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I shouldn't repeat it because we'll get kids.
Oh yeah, I have to cut that. It all connected. It's so funny when I made notes of this episode, I wrote mashed potato breast milk as my notes so I wouldn't forget.
That's gonna haunt me for a long fucking time.
So I think
that's a big broken amount of trust,
but in a fun way.
Yeah,
it's not a horror. It's like I would laugh if Jamie did it to me and told me after, because like the repercussions of it.
I remember her asking me if I liked it.
Do you want more?
No, she says.
Do you want more?
Oh, it's so wild.
So yeah, man, camp is a whole other issue, and it's honestly like, so fine, maybe I can pay, right?
But what you were doing is that you're opening up Pandora's box for the other two.
Imagine all 3 kids went to camp.
You're fucked.
That's like $45,000 for the summer.
So then this is what guys, like and subscribe.
We need brand sponsorships.
We actually got to put together a deck. We need to start treating this more like we're getting serious traffic.
We talked about it. We're gonna drop a merch store, but do we have a website?
Yeah, kind of. We do. We have a domain.
So like, we need to clean the website up because we have some really funny ideas for like dad collective merch.
Yeah,
and
I wanted to
shit that we want to wear.
I wanted to have it done for today so we could wear it.
So I wonder like how quick. I know I can get it done quick in regards to printing it. You probably have print connections too.
Yeah, 100%. I'm wearing.
There you go. But like maybe for the next episode, because we're not going to end the film. Actually, we can probably film next week.
When do you get back?
So that's the other part of this. I'm going away next week.
You are.
After all this, I've been hyping it up. It was supposed to align with your Charleston trip, but it didn't. We're going to Prince Edward County next week.
Nice.
No kids.
No kids. You must be excited.
Excited. Just ready. I'm
Ready
just
for it?
fucking ready to go.
Have you like made reservations? You're looking at menus.
We have reservations made. We did it. We have a little like private wine thing we're doing.
Are you with like a black car that takes you to all the things?
No, it's walkable. It's like literally like 5 minutes away. It's like a small little town.
Yeah.
We're not going like wine hopping.
Okay.
We
do you
found
even like wine?
No, I do like wine.
I don't like wine at all.
I like wine,
like
but I'm
it.
not like a wine connoisseur, so I
No.
don't need to go to all these places. I just wanted to find like a fun place that like lets you look at like like drink from the barrels and eat
I
fucking
like
cheese.
I
And
like
shit.
my drinks frozen and fruity. I do.
Yeah, that explains so much
Listen.
about our friendship.
They're so good.
Yeah, you like sugary drinks where you can hide the alcohol.
Hide it.
See, you'd be happy.
Just sneak it in there.
Like a margarita hold everything.
I
that goes
fucking
inside
love margaritas.
It. You like that salted rim?
See, I'm not a big salted rim fan.
You like the sugar rim?
I don't like a rim.
No rim.
No rim.
Whatsoever. It's not your thing. If you had to get a job choosing your rim, you wouldn't choose that.
I'd say no rim.
No rim.
Job.
No rim job.
I like the no rim job.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the salted rim. But do you like an iced margarita or a frozen margarita?
I don't like margaritas.
Oh, okay. You don't like tequila?
I don't like tequila.
Okay.
I like Caesars,
Yeah.
but those have like salty kind of rims, which I
also
love.
has like clam juice.
Love it. Clamato, baby.
They don't do that in the States though.
No, they think
It's
we're
just
crazy.
tomato.
It's just called the Bloody Mary.
I think we're crazy for it too. I've never and when they put the things in the Caesar.
Oh, so good. You get the horseradish.
No, I'm
the
not talking about that. The fucking like the
Garnishes?
restaurants that like there's a cheeseburger and
That's
there's like
insane.
a doll head.
My
and-
favorite garnish in a Caesar typically
pickle.
is a pickle or like those like extreme beans, like those spicy
I
beans.
have them upstairs.
Fucking bomb.
Asher loves pickles. It is so
Kids like pickles, I
dude.
think.
It is so funny. So now we just constantly like yesterday we just randomly went to Joey, and Jess just gets like a plate of pickles and he like looks like a little snapping
Joey's.
turtle.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, the restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks like a snapping
my
turtle. He
kid.
goes, "No, we didn't. Your kid does not give us."
We
pickles."
randomly went to
No,
Joey. I'm like,
hides,
she did?
No, she hides them in her sock and keeps them for
But now
herself.
you
for
know
later.
where you can get those fucking
Shake her
sweet tarts
tail.
from.
Just shake her.
Those things are falling out.
That's funny. Wow. So yeah, she would do okay.
So we got a pickle at Joey's
Yeah,
and
he
just
loves
not
pickles.
on it.
Yeah, because we feed him like what
I'm
we
gonna be
eat.
honest. Looking at him today, I don't think there's a food he wouldn't eat. Just by
he's a big
so
boy.
big. You're bringing him. He's bigger than the car seat. Like it's the
That's
first time
a-
I saw.
No, that's like that's his old car seat though, because it's in my car. I need to get a good car seat for my
Oh,
car.
okay. Because I saw his body like overlapping the exterior of the car seat, and I'm like, that's a big kid. You stuffed that little, little potato in there.
Do you know
the?
I think I've talked about him, Cody Ko. He's like a YouTuber. Hey, he's
Yeah,
under
yeah.
huge fire right now, which sucks. There's a whole like essay thing happening with him.
Hate that stuff.
But he's on a Roku show called The Real Boys of Simi Valley with Jimmy Trehu.
Roku has its own network now.
He has its own like app.
Oh, okay.
So they made like a TV show and they're like these dudes from like California. It's fucking hilarious. But there's this one character that it started off like they shot. Do you remember the Netflix documentary where the guy like drew the dicks around?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lead character of that is the lead character of this. They're like best friends. He's in a lot
Okay.
of movies. He was in 21 Jump Street. He's in like a lot of shit. Anyway, so there's this one character who
So
has
it's
like a fake documentary.
Got it.
But it's a TV show about like these
mockumentary
like
show.
guys from California. You should watch it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It started off on YouTube and then became a show. So there's this one kid who like has like a baby, and one of the guys, he's like a typical like California surfer guy.
Yeah.
Starts beefing with the baby, but the ongoing joke is every time he sees him, the baby's older. So it started off as him being like an actual like a 1 month old baby.
Yeah.
Then the next thing, like the baby's like 8 years old.
and the baby actually ages in the show.
He ages in the show, but everyone stays the same age. And it's just like he's like, "What are you looking at, baby?" And he like openly tells the father how
And he still calls him a baby as he's older.
yes, and he's like how he wants to like kick the. She's like, I'm gonna fight if he comes here. I'm gonna fight him. I don't care if he's a baby. And he comes.
Sounds
He's
like
like,
an MTV kind of show.
that's what it is. It's basically because
Like that
there is
kind
no
of
more
energy.
MTV,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he comes in, he's like 18, and the next time he's like 36 and has his own kid. And he's like, I swear to God, he keeps looking at me funny. I'm gonna fight this baby. And then he ends up dying from old age.
So is the series over once the baby's dead?
No, I haven't finished watching it yet. It's just
It's
it's
a
so
cliffhanger.
funny. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on with Cody Ko, and I really like him, and it sucks. Yeah, we talk about.
Is it? Let me ask you this: does it hold any water, or is it just complete bullshit?
So what happened? Do you know who Tana Mojo is?
Nope.
So she's a podcaster.
I don't know any of the YouTube
She's a
people.
YouTuber, but she got really big on OnlyFans, right? So
Okay.
she was.
What does she do on OnlyFans? Like actual good stuff?
I don't know. I don't follow.
But like when you say she got big on OnlyFans, like what does she?
She makes a lot of money on OnlyFans. So anyway, so I guess she was 17 and he was 24, and she dropped off. She was on a podcast and they were like, "Who's the smallest dick that you've ever slept with?" And she said Cody Ko, and she's like, "Well, I was like 17 or 18 years old." And then it all came out that she was 17. They pulled like YouTube videos of them being together at this conference, and she was 17 and he was 24.
But that's
It's considered like statutory rape.
Is it?
It is. It is.
I don't know.
And like
I don't know
he's
all
like
these rules.
he just
Once
had
you're
to be-
old and married and stuff, like you're like, what? The age I feel changes.
I know. Well,
I feel
Jess
like in
is
Ontario was like
Jess is-
14 at one point.
I know. Jess is like 19. What? There's like stand-up bit. Maybe it's Shane Gillies who's like, can you imagine being like on that panel of the age of consent?
That's right.
Have you seen
You're
that
like,
bit?
Nah, yeah, I saw it.
He's like,
You're
14? Like,
"Ew,
who's this
girl."
guy? It was a great skit.
It's true though. It's like this scale, right? Like it's so weird.
Well, Jess is 9 years younger than me. So at like
Yeah,
one
right,
point
so-
I was 20 and she was
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I wasn't with her then.
I know,
She was
but it's
like
just the
27 when we
concept.
met.
It's like I don't know. It's weird, but
Yeah,
it's
so
not about
it
the
just
age. It's
sucks
about
'cause, like,
how I think it moved.
I really-
or moves. I don't know.
Cody's a YouTuber I watch every day. Like I've always watched his stuff. I watched from his first podcast. I've been watching the guy. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
I've been watching him for, I want to say
It'll
like
blow over though
8
quick,
years.
right? Like I feel
But
it's
he
like
literally just had a baby. I was going to reach out to
married.
him.
He's married.
He's married. His wife's a teacher. She's also on YouTube now. And she's getting torn apart in her comments being like, how are you still with them? And it's really hard.
Once you put yourself out there, you're
open to anything,
You're
man.
open to it, man. We're open to it. Not
It's-
that we're at that level, but like you're open to.
Yeah, you have to
people
be
saying
so
shit,
careful.
So.
Like the CEO of my company, he's a celebrity,
And he's getting shit too,
And
doesn't he?
he's like, he's gone through a very public divorce. He was just in Europe. He had to leave Europe because of photo leak of him, and he is separated from his wife Kyle.
Yeah.
And he literally came back to the States because paparazzi was going all over him because he was photographed kissing a girl.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't matter. Let's say nothing ever happens with someone, but anyone, guy or girl, can say this person put me in a situation I wasn't happy with.
Yeah.
And the career's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Or at least it's like T-bone for a little bit, right? Depending
Yeah.
on how crazy the allegation is,
so
whether
crazy,
true or
'cause-
not true. But like it just like you're guilty before being proven innocent,
Yeah.
right? And so that's the problem with social world, and that's like again bringing it back to the kids stuff. Like that's the fear we have for like our own kids, or at least my kids as they're getting older. It's like you got to be extra careful, and you got to be
So
like
careful, man.
You have to know you need to know the repercussions of all your decisions
In all your actions.
and all your actions before you're old enough to understand the repercussions of all your decisions and all your actions.
But do you find like, obviously now things are way more sensitive than when we were growing up? Like with us, like shit wasn't on the media. Like it's like way worse now. We didn't have phones. We didn't have Snapchat or sending photos to, each other,
or
any
being
of that
exposed
stuff.
to it. So I mean,
Like,
we talk about this often, but
it really sucks to see him go through that. And he has like a brand new baby, and like he was so
that's
stoked
supposed to
about
like one of
being a
those old
dad.
baby, those 36-year-old babies, like
you
that
gotta,
show.
Dude, you gotta watch that show. You'll freaking die.
Brand new baby. He thinks,
He's hilarious. And I was watching 22 Jump Street when we were in South Carolina.
is
which
it 22
on
or
TV.
is it 21 and a half?
I guess, yeah, it was 20.
I don't know. I feel like it's 21 and a half, but it could be 22.
The whole part when it comes out that he was like bragging about sleeping with his daughter to like the chief, and Jonah Hill's just going off. He's like,
So
I can't,
good.
you were bragging to them. You, and he's just like dying. And I was thinking to myself, like, that movie would have been so much fun to film. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And they need to do a third because they're very underrated movies.
And they're great together. They have such good,
They're
like,
so good. Channing Tatum is, I think, one of the most underrated actors. He is comedic actors though.
Is he a good actor though? Like I haven't seen him in like
yeah,
in like
he was
serious
in like that like love story where he like dies or something.
love story.
Yeah, I don't know,
Maybe.
but yeah, no, I
I
think
want to see
I
him
think
take on some like heavy,
you want him to be like Robert Pattinson. I get
like like World War II films.
it.
That's
Yeah,
the kind
sure,
of
he
thing.
could. I think he could do it, but or like Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, maybe that.
No, but like him and like, and we talked about like, this is the end is like, he's one of my favorite cameos.
Yeah.
He's got a really big cameo in another movie.
Oh, don't say it.
You
I'm
got to go
excited
see
to see it.
Deadpool. It's
I'll
going to be like
find
3
it.
weeks out. You have to see it.
When? So we're going. So I told you we're going to Prince Edward County next week. Whatever.
Are you guys going to go see a movie?
We got tickets to see a drive-in movie.
Is it Deadpool?
No, it's not playing in the drive-in, but we're going to see Twister too.
I see. That would terrify me.
Why? It's not a
It's
horror movie.
it's a whole movie about fucking wind. It is a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie.
It was
It's
Twister
not- the
one that
wind
was
doesn't
the
have teeth.
flying cow. It was like wind does have teeth if it's like shards of glass in it.
Well, that's why I'm excited because I think that's like the perfect movie to
Aren't
see
they
at a
normally
drive-through.
double headers? I think they're double
It
headers.
is double header. So
What's
the second one we're seeing, I didn't even
I don't
heard
think
of
I've
it.
been to a drive-through.
I think I've been to like one.
I think I
but
saw Batman at a drive-through.
the
Your
second
uncle
one.
did a great job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second one we're seeing. I didn't hear about it. I didn't know
Schindler's
about
List.
it. No, I didn't. We're talking a lot about that time period right now. The Bike Riders.
What?
It's with Austin Butler and Tom Hardy.
Really?
I've never even heard of it, but it's got like good reviews on
I fucking
IMDb.
love Austin Butler.
And I love Tom Hardy.
Did you watch the Elvis movie?
Yeah.
So it's
pretty good.
That was the first movie
pretty good.
we watched when I upgraded from the Sonos ones to the 300s for my rears.
Yeah.
Dude, and there might have been an edible involved. The soundscape in that movie is insane.
I know.
Was it him singing?
Yeah. Yes. Partially.
Because he has a very deep voice. Like,
Well, he had to change it. That was the whole like.
I hope he
controversy.
just talks
after
like
he
that
couldn't-
forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
Yeah,
he's
babe.
like,
I don't know, honey.
he's a handsome guy too. That was a
Very
very
good-looking
good,
guy.
because you were a very big Elvis fan.
I was.
I don't think we've ever touched on, and it was always weird because like as like a grade 1 kid,
It was weird to be so into Elvis.
but I went through like that Michael Jackson phase.
I feel like a lot of people do that too.
But I like
though.
I dressed like him. Do you remember when I used to wear that red shirt?
And the sparkle glove
That was just on the weekends.
and the Jerry curls.
Yeah, I had to pay for my stuff, man.
It was good. Yeah, I auditioned for like the grade 2 talent show as Elvis.
What did you play?
I just did all his moves and sang a couple of songs.
When did you start
the
playing?
following year.
That was the next when you started
Yeah,
playing
so
piano?
when I started playing,
So Daniel used to play piano at the talent show.
I did.
And it would always be like a Bon Jovi song. I think you did.
No,
Wind
I
Beneath-
did Bon Jovi one year. It always used to be a pop culture
Did you
song.
do Wind Beneath My Wings? No,
No.
we always used to sing that.
Never sang it. No,
in
Jeremy
assembly-
sang
no,
it.
no,
Oh,
in
we
assembly.
did. Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
And we also sang that, and we used to also sing "The Greatest Love"
Oh my
by Whitney
God.
Houston. Remember that?
Yes.
Always.
Why? That's so.
I believe the
I-
children
dude, I
are
remember.
future. Yeah, we had it on the fucking like the projector slides, the clear
Yeah.
things, and they.
Did we have music class together?
Yeah, with Mr. Burl.
Yeah, we used to sing like Seal.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, with Miss Eisenstadt.
and Hootie and the Blowfish. And
High
Hootie and the
school, elementary school? I don't remember.
and Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
But when I played piano talent shows, it was always a top 40 song. So I played "Don't Speak" by No Doubt.
Yes, I
I played
remember that.
"Anything for Love" by Meatloaf. I
All of
played.
it? Is that
whole
like
thing.
a 40-minute
29-minute song.
And you wore the
I did
costume?
most of it, everything.
You dressed up as the Beast at one point?
Yeah. The Bat Out of Hell. I had a fucking characters. I did the Bon Jovi song
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And I think I did one more. I think I did it 4 years. So I
What
did
did
it like
your
grade 5
arch
to 8.
nemesis Jack Chan play?
He did. They always. That's the thing is everyone who played talent music and piano in the talent show played classical
But
music.
you also like always played the melody. I remember that.
yeah, because that's when you're playing a top 40
It's
song.
just the chords.
No,
the
yeah.
notes.
No, it was like the rhythm on the left hand and then the melody on the right hand.
I wonder if there's like kids at talent shows who like DJ.
Probably
Like,
now they
just
do.
press
Yeah,
like
and just for like 15 minutes, like
yeah,
the pre-mix
pretend
set.
to like turn the knobs.
Or they just go up there and they have like a bunch of girls just do a bunch of TikTok dances, like no
Is
full
that what-
songs.
I would-
Probably.
Going to a school talent show would be interesting.
feel
I
like
was
I'd
in
do
the speech competition one year.
Speeches.
Grade 6, yeah.
What did you do? What was your
It
topic?
was on Famous Dogs. It was on
I remember
famous,
that.
It was a great fucking speech.
Which is interesting because you can't speak.
I can't. I'm very good at speaking in public, just in private settings.
Yeah, you get anxious and nervous and.
Yeah, just
Weird.
but I was born to be on stage.
I was born
I was
for the
born on the stage.
spotlight.
I was born in the darkness. That's my
I remember
voice.
that famous dog one.
Yeah,
yeah. You
I did really well.
appealed to like everybody's like, oh,
Yeah, I think one of the dogs
Dogs.
died that year too. Because I talked about like the dog in Frasier.
Yeah, that's
and I
the
talked
dog that
about
everyone goes for. It was like the highest paid dog in like
he was the
sitcom.
highest paid dog. He
I
makes
remember your
me-
speech.
Yeah, there you go. See, I impact just
He made
changing
$4
lives.
million between 1993.
I think I rehearsed that so much. I remember, and I sang in it.
Which is so funny because like these days, like
they do that shit?
I don't know. Like I would use AI to generate a speech and be
But
done in 5 minutes.
This is what I'm talking about. Like
Collaborate.
AI, man. Collaborate with AI.
Collaborate with AI.
Yeah, I was going to talk about like.
I wonder if songs will be like, fucking Drake featuring AI. Like I wonder if AI will be
They've done
featured
that
on
though,
it.
because you can make a song sound like
I
Drake.
know, but like actually release where I say like,
You should do
whoever,
a theme song
Ariana
right
Grande
now.
featuring AI.
Oh yeah, is AI a person? AI could be a.
That's what I'm saying.
AI is Sunny, and she's gonna like. There's gonna be like a wind blowing like something down the street, and she's gonna be chasing it.
You're fixating,
and then
on
she's gonna
Sunny.
get electrocuted and become a supervillain.
Listen, don't manifest it into reality.
So
it's
you
possible.
did a road trip today to Buffalo with the kids.
Oh yeah, that's
How was
right.
that?
Impromptu, kind of. I had to pick something. I had a delivery to a PO box there.
Okay.
My brother-in-law's PO
That
box.
doesn't sound sketchy at all.
Yeah, they just didn't deliver to Canada, and so I
wish I knew that
box.
because there was a guitar I wanted that Fender doesn't ship here.
So I can deliver to the border basically, and you just
Okay.
pick it up.
Okay.
So I had to pick something up.
Do you have to pay for taxes on that?
If you claim it,
Okay.
but I didn't. This was also food specific. So food you don't need to claim.
Sure.
Just so you understand, we have a thing called the North American Free Trade Agreement.
Yes.
Where food can pass
NAFTA?
through. Yep, NAFTA.
Okay.
Where food can pass through with no tax.
Okay. Even a stink of cheese?
Even a stink of cheese. So I went to pick it, and so we just took the kids, and we went to Target, and we
Go
just
to
bought.
Olive Garden?
We didn't go to Olive Garden. You know where we went though?
Where?
Jersey Mike's.
Dude, I had Jersey Mike's in. I ordered 2 dinners just to get Jersey Mike's, even though there is Jersey Mike's here.
I know there's one here now.
I got 2 different subs.
Which ones?
I got the cheesesteak because I wanted to try cheesesteak.
Which cheesesteak?
I think the regular
Okay.
cheesesteak. And then I got the club.
Nice. I got I forget what it's called. It has a name. It's under the cheesesteak
Yeah.
section, but it was like a spicier one.
Okay.
Because I love spicy.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic.
How
I
spicy?
wolfed it down. It wasn't that spicy.
Yeah.
It had like pickled
it's-
jalapenos in it, but they were very like
I like pickled jalapenos.
me too. But they were very like calm. There was no super big kick.
I'm a big Firehouse sub guy,
Yeah, Fire Subs are pretty good.
and Jersey Mike's is way better.
Jersey Mike's.
I
is
like
pretty good.
the oil vinegar. I just
See, I
like.
didn't get to try it because I didn't. That
yeah,
doesn't come on that.
yeah, because we got like pizza, and I was like, I need Jersey Mike's.
But their customer service is really good too. Like I walked in, they were really nice and friendly, and like they had a bunch of people working. It was just like a good experience.
It's right
But
by Crumbl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
it's
went to
right-
Crumbl right after.
Yeah, Crumbl's good too.
And then funny story about that. But anyways, just to wrap up, the whole Buffalo trip. The kids were pretty good. We had iPads. You don't need them for an hour. A 2-hour drive is not so bad. But we bring it just because like whatever. Why
Sure.
not?
Your minivan doesn't have screens?
There's no minivan, no screens. And
Are they all in car seats?
No, only Atlas. Well, they're in versions of car seats. So
Okay.
Atlas is in like a more car seat for his age. Sonny's almost like it's kind of a car seat, but it's like more
a
adult.
straight jacket
Yes.
with
Sonny.
a muscle.
Well, the best part is that Sonny is so funny. So exactly that. I'm not kidding. Like, so we're driving. Okay, I'm driving the car.
Yeah.
And Sonny's so it's a 3-row car, right? So we're in the front.
Not a
and
minivan.
And then it's not a minivan. It's a 3-row SUV. The second thing is 2 pilot seats. So one's Atlas,
Yeah.
which is the passenger side, and Joey's behind me, and then Sonny's on the bench in the back. Okay, just relegated to the back. She just set to the back, and we're driving. Everyone's doing their own thing. Sonny's watching her iPad, and I look in like the rear view mirror. I'm like looking up, and I see Sonny there. She's just watching her show, but I'm like, what's on her head? And she has like she had a little bag, like a little pouch.
Okay.
Like that almost, I don't know what it was, like a little pouch, like this big.
Yeah.
Just balanced on her head while she's watching the iPad. Just a fucking.
She's
No,
so
she's
weird.
not putting on a show for anyone.
She's
No one
so-
knows it's
this
there.
is just for her
Just did it
internal
for herself. And I'm like, Sonny, what's on your head? And then she just starts laughing evilly for like 12 minutes straight, like laughing about this thing that like we finally tuned
It
into.
doesn't even say a word. She just evil tackles.
Laughing. She has an evil laugh. It's so funny. It's the cutest thing. And then
She's
we're
a
driving home,
supervillain.
and we get to the border coming home. And so anyways, we went to Target. We did all the things. We got some fun snacks. Fun.
Yeah.
We're driving home. We get to the border, and the border whatever agent takes our passports and goes, "Okay, Joey, where are you?" And Joey's like right by the border patrol's person. She's like, "Here, And he's like, okay, there's Atlas. Like Atlas is 3, so she's not asking Atlas where you are, although he would answer. And she's like, where's Sunny? And she's like, where's Sunny? And
You
we're
left
like,
her at fucking Jersey Mike's.
we're like, yeah, she's working at Jersey's Mike's. So we're like, oh, she's in the back. Like, so you have to come over. So she comes over, pokes her head in, and Sunny just goes like this to the agent. She's like this. And then the agent just goes, there's Sunny. And then pulls her head back slowly. And she's like, go ahead. And Sunny does, instead of saying like, hi, or I'm here, she just smiles like this. Like almost like a person who's evil who's trying to smile like this, and her lips curling up. And I'm just laughing as we're pulling away.
That's good. Did your
so funny.
kids scream for an hour on the way home? No?
No.
Because
You went to a Sega today.
I almost just called him Chandler.
It's funny because I was just thinking of the word Chandler in my head, nothing to do with your dog.
That's weird.
I sent it to you because you watch Friends, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so when I was making this face, I was thinking about when Chandler tries to smile
That's
in front of the
so
camera,
weird.
and so I'm like, I was gonna say, oh, kind of like how Chandler smiled, and then you just fucking
So we did a little road trip today too for Jess's mom's birthday.
a lot of trips this summer, a lot of driving,
like
eh?
a lot of driving.
Yeah.
To Wasaga Beach, which should only be an hour away, but because of Toronto,
Yeah.
on the way there was 2.5, and he cried quite a bit on the way there. But on the way back for the hour and 30 minutes, I timed it. He cried for an hour and 7 of those minutes. Not cried, screamed for an hour and 7 minutes.
And let me ask you this,
Yeah.
because I know it's horrible. It's the worst thing in the world when any kid, baby, toddler, like
14-year-old.
14-year-old, anyone who's like that sound hits your backbone and your brain scraping at a whole new level that you can't even control your anger inside.
Yeah.
Where are you guys? So you're obviously driving.
Jess is sitting beside him.
So now let me ask you this: was she beside him the whole time, or did she move back when he started crying? She's like, okay, I'm gonna try to fucking like bring this down. I'll go to the back seat and I'll hold his hand or talk to him.
She sits in the back with him.
So she's back with him.
Always, yeah.
And she couldn't do anything to calm him down with her right there.
No, and she gave him a bottle, then he was fine, and then she tries to, and he just like kept screaming. It was past his bedtime. Hopefully he's sleeping
overtired and he couldn't fall asleep.
And he barely napped today because we were at the beach, and like
is that where you were? So when you say go to Wasaga Beach,
we actually
just
went to the beach.
You like hung out? You like the beach? I hate the beach.
I like the beach and like not in Wasaga.
I don't like the beach anywhere.
I'm not the biggest beach guy.
I like pool.
I like pools.
I'm not ocean.
No, I
like going occasionally.
When we went to Cayman, Asher wasn't born. He was in Jess.
Yeah.
We were on the beach in the water like every day.
Yeah. When I was in Hawaii, same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's different, but like for the
There's
most part,
a lot more
like,
sharks in Hawaii than in Cayman Islands.
I went snorkeling with sharks in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It was very scary. But the water's so clear. It's like you're stepping into like Finding
They
Nemo.
will still
It's
eat
like
you.
Thousands of
You're
beautiful
stepping
fish.
into their world.
But you love sharks.
I love sharks. I have a weird obsession with sharks.
But just don't.
I made a
being
shark
with them.
cube one year. My shark
Yeah, I
cube.
remember Shark Cube. You were Shark Week before Shark Week happened.
That should be my
Claim
name.
to fame.
I loved sharks. I loved Jaws as a kid. Peter Benchley was like my favorite author.
And you remember when we all went through a phase of like collecting like shark teeth necklaces and
Yeah.
stuff? We'd always buy those also
puka
from
shell
like
necklaces?
the mall. Yeah, those puka shell and shark teeth.
That's in the show too.
They're like this big. They weren't fucking shark teeth, were they? Whose were
Sharks
they?
Sharks lose a lot of teeth, but not
Little
that
teeth?
many teeth
They have like
to have a whole freaking market.
stand.
Like there's a whole shark tooth
kiosk
industry
in the Promenade Mall of shark teeth.
Really?
Yeah, like you used to always buy shark teeth necklaces.
I don't remember that.
So I had a guy then.
Like,
it was like
when we went to
Canal
Florida,
Street.
I like Ron John Surf Shop. I'd get shark teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have we been running for? You're just eyeing it.
No, I'm just.
I got like a UFC fight to watch. That's fine.
Oh, you're just ready. You're ready to kick me out.
Kick you freaking.
So we went to Crumbl in Buffalo.
Crumbl's awesome.
We bought all these cookies, and so we came.
They change their menu weekly, don't they?
I think Crumbl's shit, to be honest.
They're very over. They're very dry.
They're so dry.
Yeah,
I got
like
a
Craig's
cookie from
cookies.
Jersey Mike's.
Oh, yeah.
Jersey Mike's, way better.
Yeah,
It's like
agreed.
a delicious chocolate chip cookie.
I got the cookie too.
Way better.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Jamie went and got these Crumbl cookies because she likes them, but we
They
took
sell
them
them
home.
here too. They're in Mississauga.
Yeah, they're everywhere. I guess we're in the same plaza.
Yeah.
Why not? And so Joey tonight, as we speak, is sleeping at my cousin's house.
Okay.
Who has like a couple of boys, a couple of kids, so they're our cousins. And so what we did as like a
Brandon's?
treat for them, not Brandon's, Jesse and Rose's
Okay,
kids.
yeah.
They have 2 boys, and they became closer this summer because they both went to the same camp.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we did as a treat for them was we cut the 4 cookies that we got into
Quarters.
and prepared on plates, each of them their own tasting of them, so that like my cousin could film them doing like tasting them and having like their own little show of like this one, oh, why do you like with this one? It's 1 out of 10 with this and that, blah blah blah. But it's funny because I think this is her first or second at her age sleepover with them.
Yeah.
And now that she's older and they're boys, you know, my cousin just sent me a video. She's like, they're just like so loud. Like, I just want to go to sleep. Like, and they're like, we're not
so
loud.
funny.
And it's so funny to see now the dynamic. Like, Joey's like, we'll be 9 soon, right? She's like, kind of like, she's like an adult in many ways, like in her thought process. And like, she's almost like, she's 9,
She's
which
more
is
mature
like
than the most
almost 10.
average 9-year-old.
And boys are even more immature than girls on average.
Well,
so
because
it's like
a freaking, we go down and they go up.
yeah, exactly.
Like, I literally feel like I'm a 6-year-old child.
yeah, I
right now.
feel like you are too.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah. I could be.
Well, if it's like that show,
Yeah,
maybe
could be
it's
6 years
reverse
old.
something.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button. But yeah, it's funny the sex difference, like the differentiation
I was like,
between
what? The sex?
No, yeah,
Where's
sex
this?
is
Now are we
great.
taking this podcast?
the difference between sexes as they get older becomes so much more like obvious, right? When before they'd play and that wouldn't even be a thought process. Joey
Yeah.
is identifying the fact that like she's not fitting in as well because these are boys who are like being loud and being like rambunctious, like when she would like to wind down and like
Do a
lay in her
spa
bed
day,
and like
I'll have a face
yeah,
mask.
or like read her book. She brought her book. She could read a book there. So like I don't know,
nice.
just like it's funny the
I think I
dynamic.
read a lot as a 9-year-old.
Yeah. I think that's when you stopped reading. Was around 9.
Well, words got hard.
Besides the shark books.
Yeah, but those are all pop-ups. I love kids' books, man. I buy the most random.
Did you buy that one I told you to
Yeah,
buy?
I
The
did.
book without pictures?
Yeah, but it doesn't really work with him yet.
Doesn't work with them yet, no.
Not yet. No, but I bought. I posted one that was actually, it was really funny.
Oh yeah, the thing about poop?
There was a poop one,
book?
and I just bought like the
was your
bad
book? You
one
just
called like
passed it
the
off.
bad seed, and I bought Can't Chase a Unicorn. I just like buying the most
Online or like in stores?
I bought 2 at Indigo the other day. Yesterday. For that, yesterday feels like I was in Charleston so long ago, and I literally flew back on Monday. Like,
So a week ago.
yeah,
Almost.
and then like Montreal, I was there on Thursday, and it feels like the longest time ago because like it's been like go. We had our charity golf event on Thursday, and I
yeah.
had to go right there. It's just been like
Non-stop movement.
Yeah, and then yesterday to the movie, which took me like 2 hours to fucking get there because it was across the city. It's just been a lot of like living in my car.
So, and that's a product of like the summer or just like
Just
because
life
things are
now
happening.
too, and still making like time. Like now, I'm spending a lot of alone time with Asher,
yeah,
which
you're
is
giving
great.
Jess more of a break because he's like hitting that. He's almost 9 months.
9 months in 2 days.
Yeah, so he's I'm tracking him. So
Yeah.
he's almost 9 months, which means Jess is getting like more comfortable. She's starting to get used to the idea that she won't be around
She
him
goes
all
to the
the time.
gym she goes to the gym every morning, so we have our mornings together.
Yeah, you got
We
your
have, like-
routine.
we have like
Summer
dance
routine.
parties and teaching how to play the drums.
Yeah.
So his like bongo, like I'll hit it and he'll repeat
Will you hold
it.
his hands and give him like the rhythm for him?
He's starting to do it on his own.
Like mimicking you.
Yeah.
Like a parrot.
It's
You got a little
crazy.
parrot
He's like a
kid.
little bird, and I hate birds.
But you love him?
I do.
Just clarify that.
Yeah, I love Asher, hate birds.
Yeah. Asher good.
Birds
bad.
are
bad.
that whole conspiracy about birds.
Oh, they're robots.
They're robots.
Drones
They're
with
drones.
cameras.
Yeah.
So you're
Speaking of
halfway
drones,
through.
the fucking Olympics.
I
You hear
know.
about that?
I don't want to get into the whole Olympic talk.
Yeah.
Is that considered political?
I
Have we
probably
started?
these
Yeah,
days.
Let's be safe.
Yeah.
But you're halfway through the summer with Asher. I'm
Yeah.
halfway through this new summer of my kids being at the
Halfway,
age
there's
where
a month left.
I'm saying we're halfway through.
Oh yeah, summer is 2 months.
2 months. I'm thinking like elementary school summer
Okay.
because that's what I'm living my life,
That's
right?
your life,
like my
yeah.
kids are
So
July
you're
and
kind of
August.
dreading school starting again. It's a whole other.
I don't know what I'm
they're
dreading. Like for
excited.
me, it's more about like weather, right? Like my life doesn't change in the summer as it does to school. Really, it doesn't really change. I'm working regardless.
Yeah, true.
It's just nice to. It's better just to work when it's like nicer outside.
Yeah.
So that's it. I'm just dreading. And Jamie has a bunch of shit coming up. She's going. Her sister's having a kid in California, so she's going there.
In California.
Well, she lives in California.
Huh.
So she's going there to visit the baby, like when it's born, and be there for the breast.
Do they need a new house?
Who?
Her sister.
No, they live there.
Yeah. So
They currently live there.
I can.
You're gonna
still
go?
get-
No,
I'll
they're
get a
working
nice little
with.
referral.
They're working with Milstein.
Oh, good.
No,
I
they're
love
not working with anyone. They live.
Milstein's great. I love Milstein.
Yeah, I haven't
He's a good
spoken to him in a
buddy.
while, but yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
And so she's going there for that. Jamie's having gallbladder surgery.
What?
Yeah, in
My
like
dad
September.
had a gallbladder out.
Yeah, she's having hers removed.
Okay.
I think that's pretty
They're weird looking.
minimal.
Have you seen?
Is it a minimal surgery?
No, it's pretty big. She'll have a big scar.
No. It's dude. Since your dad had it versus what's it called? Laparoscopic.
It looks like because it looks like my dad did it
now.
himself.
Yeah, that's how it used to look like.
Yeah,
it's laparoscopic now. It's through a small hole, like in your leg or
they
like.
do
your,
a lot of shit through your leg.
Everything's laparoscopic these days.
whole
I don't even
fucking-
know what laparoscopic means. I just know that it's less invasive.
Yeah, they want
It's
to
like
do that.
going with a straw and
They wanted to do that with
suck
my
it
heart,
out.
and I said no.
Laparoscopic.
Yeah,
That was early on.
Yeah.
That was early laparoscopic.
Yeah.
It's just being tested out.
yeah. I didn't want to be that guy.
Now everything's
Yeah,
laparoscopic.
I'd be a fucking.
Get a
I'd be in the
fucking
morgue.
lobotomy laparoscopically.
Yeah, I need a lobotomy. I know that.
Well,
now.
just know that there won't be any big scars. So,
Yeah, so it's true.
it can work for you. So yeah, halfway through the summer, feeling good about the podcast, feeling good about the people that are watching.
Merch. I'm excited
You
about the
said
merch.
The merch. When are we going to Ottawa? Like we have something.
Oh,
we have some shit playing with there.
I gotta get back on that.
Exciting things coming up. I'm gonna get the website together. I'm gonna work on that for us. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get some fun merch, things that we would like to that we would wear as
I would
fun,
wear
cool
it.
dads.
I thought it was a really good idea for the first shirt.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think our name should be on there too.
No.
Yo yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not.
Boom,
That's,
beam, bam, boom,
No,
bam.
no.
And my name is Daniel,
And I'm Paul.
and this is the Dad Collective Podcast.
And you forgot. You missed a whole chunk, man. You
no,
must be real
I'm just
tired.
doing this early. Go for it.
Yeah. So if you're listening on the Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, which actually you listened to iHeartRadio today,
Nice.
like a nice little true crime podcast on iHeartRadio.
I've been listening to some true crime podcasts.
Yeah, all about the Idaho murders. I'm like very invested in this
So
case.
many things. Dateline has a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I watched the Dateline stuff, but the murders of King Street that happened,
Yeah.
Koberger. I'm
Yeah.
very invested
Are we
in that.
cross promoting now? Maybe
No, we're
maybe
not.
they'll talk about us.
Maybe. Koberger, please don't talk about us. You're terrifying.
Yeah.
If you're listening on any of those platforms, make sure you follow us, rate our episode 5 stars.
Yeah.
We were getting
Or whatever star you
lost
think
track.
we
Whatever.
deserve.
I think it's a 5.
After last week's episode,
Maybe it's a 1. Who knows?
maybe it's a 1.
And if you are watching us on the YouTubes, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe. All 10,600. I think we might hit 15 by the end of the summer. Yeah, I think we might hit 15.
I have no idea how it works, to be
It's
honest.
going. It's going really well.
I don't get it. I'm just appreciative and happy that people are there.
Yeah, leave a comment. Stop talking about our feet. And
Like these socks, got these in Buffalo today.
oh, those are nice. Nice little red color. I like red.
And this is
maybe
like a
it's
stripe
coral.
thing.
It is a nice stripe.
stripe.
Leave a comment. And just thank you
Thank you.
for watching us.
I'm Daniel,
I'm Paul,
and this has been
the Dad Collective podcast.
Take It Away, AI.
The Dad Collective, that's the show. With 2 young dads to let you know the ups and